We're waiting for intern Derek to come in. When is he coming in here?
What's going on with him?
Can we do this without him?
Sure, we could.
And then maybe get his thoughts on this after the fact? And where's Sandy Kane? Not picking up. You know, intern intern Derek, who took the lie detector test.
Yeah.
You know, the racist kid.
Yeah.
He admitted he's a racist, and the lie detector guy said, "Yep, you're telling the truth." Well, the boys decided, you know what? Why don't we continue with this bit? So they took intern Derek, who has admitted to being a racist, and took him up to 125th Street to learn about black people.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's going pretty far.
Well, I mean, a lot of us were offended by the things he said on the show and his Twitter and stuff, and we wanted him to kind of learn about black people. So
you didn't like his lack of tolerance.
Yeah. Well, I thought it came from a very ignorant place, and I've always said the cure for ignorance is knowledge.
Oh, yeah? Is that what you've always said?
That's something I've always lived by.
None of us have ever heard you say that.
No.
Oh.
No.
I guess it hasn't come up in conversation.
Why did you guys only go up to 125th Street? Patrice O'Neill has taught us about this. 125 is bad.
Right.
But 148 is a lot worse.
Well,
148 is where there's no sunlight anymore.
We took a vote and decided to send him up with Troy, because Troy's the tallest person on staff.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that'll stop a robbery.
Yeah, sure.
Right.
Troy Kwan.
Yes, Troy Kwan went with him, and we all decided 125th was about the furthest we were willing to go.
As far as you could go. Yeah, even Patrice says he doesn't
to sort
go
of keep everyone safe.
much higher
because,
than that.
I mean, this kid Derek is an idiot. So, I mean, he would have gotten robbed again, even while he was recording interviews, if he had gotten any further than 125th.
Why do you say that?
He's a
mark.
We wrote him questions, and he insisted on improvising.
Oh boy!
Even until he was scolded and told not to. He didn't, in the end.
Right.
But we had to sit there and have him ask us these questions over and over and over again because he kept trying to bounce off our answers, which is exactly what we did not want him to
Why?
do.
Because he was going to get killed?
He would have gotten killed, yes. He's very stupid.
And Troy Kwan was up there?
Troy Kwan went with him.
Why isn't he on mic right now?
He's answering phones, I guess. He should be.
Fuck the phones.
I don't know what's taking him so long.
I don't know, yeah. He's a fucking lollygagger. Quit sloughing off in there.
Exactly.
So he was ad-libbing?
At first he was, until Troy and I gave him the
Set
business.
him straight.
Yeah.
Yeah, what do you got on this, Troy?
Yeah, so we decided to go up there. I decided to go up there with him. We thought that sending him up by himself was probably a bad idea. And
He wouldn't have come back if he had gone up by himself.
Would have
And
gotten
if
a
he,
little fucked up, yeah.
even worse, if he somehow had managed to get back here, the audio he would have come back with would have been garbage because he's so stupid.
Is he dumb?
Very stupid. He's
dumb.
just, I mean, his instincts are awful.
And, you know, he very well may have been robbed 40 times. But I believe a lot of that was probably brought on by him not shutting the fuck up and running his mouth like an asshole.
Really?
Yeah.
He's the worst kind of stupid because he thinks he's very smart.
He thinks he's funny. He thinks he's cute.
Like the way he was talking back to the
yeah.
lie detector guy. That's
Sure.
his vibe. Like, that's the way he is. He thinks he already knows it all, when in fact he knows absolutely nothing.
And,
Wow, you really don't
He's
like
very
him.
stupid.
and he has no filter.
No, he's got no gauge of what's appropriate given the situation and where he's at, and none of it.
Wow, someone just wrote, "I hate that motherfucker. I hope Derek dies."
I mean, that's kind
that's
of
a bit harsh.
It's the vibe he gives off.
Yeah.
But that is like the first impression you get of him is, wow, I don't like this kid.
Hope he
man.
dies.
I hope he dies.
And did he call Ron and Fez yesterday?
That's the rumor.
I'm getting reports.
I haven't received
spy report.
I'm getting a spy report. A Ron and Fez spy report is coming in.
Spy report.
I had his mom wake him up at 5:45. I had his mom wake him up at 5:45 this morning and demand that he came in, but he still has not arrived in the building.
All right. Well, we could start by playing the audio. Intern Derek visits 125th Street to learn about black people.
Yes.
With Troy Kwan.
So what do you think of the job that President Obama's doing?
I'll say half-ass fair. For the black people, pretty good. Some other things like economy, is not so good. Not so good.
How is the black community dealing with the loss of Gary Coleman?
Pardon?
How is the black community dealing with the loss of Gary Coleman?
It's a loss to him because they enjoy him on television, you know. He's a comedian, and it makes people laugh, you know. And they miss him. You know, they miss him.
Well,
Black people.
Who is that bum?
you went up to a bum.
The intern.
A nice gentleman walking around the streets.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
They said they did some interviews right under the marquee at the Apollo.
Yeah.
Whoa,
Yeah,
the
we really
famous
wanted to be
Apollo
in the
Theater.
heart of it, I felt.
You
Yeah,
were
yeah.
in the safe part.
You're in the
Well,
heart of
That
it.
I'll
whole
tell you
area
what,
is coming around, they say.
For Clinton's offices.
Yeah, Clinton's right down the street from the Apollo.
You'd never know, really. I mean, it's especially some of the questions that we were asking.
Were you near the Magic Johnson movie theater?
Where is that?
That's up there. It's up that ways.
I've
I mean-
never been.
Some of the questions we were asking, you'll hear, you're playing with fire by going and asking these people. And if I wasn't there, he probably would have got his ass whooped. And he almost got his ass whooped by a couple girls, too. A couple teenage girls.
Why would you? That doesn't surprise me.
No, yeah.
We heard about black chicks. They're quite dangerous sometimes if you offend them.
Yes.
Yes.
Why aren't we talking about the obvious? Sean in Georgia. Sean.
I noticed that. I didn't say anything.
Oh, okay. Sean.
Yeah.
The stutter.
No.
The sirens.
The sounds. It's just loud.
You can just hear sirens in the background.
And just buses going by. Lots of public transportation.
And the ambient sounds of Harlem, New York.
Yes.
And this gentleman is not even phased.
No.
No,
And right in
no,
front of the Apollo Theater, they're blasting Michael Jackson all of the time.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
I mean, they have Michael Jackson booths set up, and they're selling the T-shirts and the pins and the...
It's been their thing since he died.
Yeah.
Is there a lot of white people?
A handful here and there. But, yeah, it's an interesting part of town.
You feel uncomfortable?
I don't, no. I mean,
Let me tell you. I've never been up there.
yeah, you're not missing
Never
much.
been up there.
You want to go?
You should go with intern Derek.
Yeah?
Yeah.
And what can we do?
Ask some black people questions.
Talk to black people.
Yeah.
Maybe I could open my mind a little more. 'cause
Yeah.
I know I have my preconceptions and preconceived notions about African Americans, and maybe that would open. Shut up.
No.
I'm
You
right.
had me going.
I'm right.
Nobody would bother you up there. Honestly, 125th Street. I'm gonna
Oh,
bother
believe
During
me,
the
no one would
daylight.
bother me.
You go there at night, it's a whole different vibe.
I don't even think at night
Yeah.
people really bother you.
I don't know, man. People give you weird looks. I went up there. I went on a date actually up in Harlem, and
Black girl?
Yeah.
Well, that's why.
Well,
You're a handsome interloper.
yeah. And they were looking at me like, "What the fuck are you doing?" You know?
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, that's
Come
just
here
sort of
for
how
all women, white boy.
Yeah.
I'm sure they didn't like that.
No, I know.
Especially the country music playing out of your car window. She's a pretty gal.
Some song about a house next door to him.
Was bought by everybody here.
Well, Derek asked the gentleman how he could get permission to use the N-word.
Wow.
Yeah.
What can I do to get permission to use the N-word?
Like together with groups and gangs these days, the younger people these days, they say my nigger like that, you know, like that. That's about it. I don't need
That's
a
bad.
form of
Nigger
calling
bad.
a person out of the name of a form as being illiterate or different because of racial color, racial like that.
Have you ever cut someone with a box cutter or hit with a pipe? I've been struck with both, mainly by black people.
You mean me?
With a pipe, yes.
Yeah. The guy, it was a guy, he was beating up a friend of mine, a woman. And I tried to stop him. He broke a glass bottle, tried to cut me with it. I had a pipe, a piece of aluminum. It wasn't real silk.
Aluminum's
A
a tough
little
word.
pipe. He was up all in my face. And I took the pipe and hit him a couple times on his hand when he was trying to grab me.
And it bounced off and hit him in his teeth.
All right, thank you. Thank you for that.
Thank you for that.
Thank you for that.
Yeah.
That's how you know they were in a good part of town when there was actually a certain percentage of the people, when asked, have you ever cut someone with a box cutter, they said yes.
Yes.
Is the
Yes,
answer.
I
Yes,
have.
I have, as a matter of fact.
You go to Midtown, let's say, and ask some people that are on their way, the hustle and bustle, on their way to work, if they've ever cut people with a box cutter.
They
I
They have a
bet.
different answer.
Yeah, I bet the answer would be no.
Or, that's a ridiculous question.
Yeah, why
of
are you
course
asking
not.
me that?
But up there,
Yes,
no
as a matter of
problem.
fact, I
Yes,
have.
first guy asked. Yeah, see, you should be going to Washington Heights.
Well, again, we have to factor in
I think this bit, like,
human
you do it every
aspect.
week, but you move up 10 blocks.
I'm sure
Oh,
Troy
boy.
would be down.
Troy, would you go, how far up would you go? Patrice says when it gets into the 140s, that's where it's really
To
scary.
where it just becomes like the set of Omega Man.
It's like if I was going up there with one of you guys, it'd be a different story. But I'm going up there,
Why?
and not only am I having to get audio, but I also have to babysit, you know, and make
'Cause
sure
again,
I
Derek